Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is. Receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's a flea flicker. Looking to take a shot. And he's got it at the 30. Flying down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Canes. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Leaves it with the back. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Excellent field position here for the offense. Across the 25. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working on the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Grind out, flanked him on the jet sweep.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. But this defense, they've got a lot of team speed themselves, and they showed it right there.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Fires to the wide out. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal. Couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Smith wants to throw. He fires to the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
What's up, guys? I'm good. I'm just streaming my computer games for the leagues right now and figured I'd hop on and chill with you while I'm doing it.
And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6.
Just trying to knock them out real quick.
On the move from inside his 5.
I don't know offhand. I could check. Give me a second. Well, I only have 5. Well, no, I only have 5 leagues, but this one that I'm playing advances every night. The other 4 advance every other day, unless they're in the playoffs, and then they just advance when people get done. But okay, so I have one. Let's see, one more after this. Let's see. Let me check the other 2. One. I'm waiting for some other people to get done on that one, and okay, so I've got 2 other games after this I have to play, and then there's technically a 4th one, but it's against my friend that I do the oh, who left? It's against my friend that I do the podcast with on Monday nights. And I don't know if he's going to want to play it tonight or tomorrow. The one that oh, gotcha.
Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this is.
I'm glad you didn't get rid of me because I was in the server for like 4 or 5 days before I said anything.
Oh, this one's ugly and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Shakes off the defender.
For sure. I want to play around and try to figure out if, like, I want to start a couple test campaigns at some point, turning some of the mods off to see if the favoring colors thing still shows up in the early game chest. Because I'm starting to wonder, because there's a couple other ones that I've noticed.
On the move, it's Robinson. Good
Yeah, well, the
job
problem
by
is
the
that
coverage team, and that's how
once
we'll
you
end
start a
the period.
campaign, sometimes if you turn off mods, it'll
While we're
like
at
corrupt your campaign.
quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
If I'm able, so if I test it and I find out that that's the case, that it's you know, there's too many mods on, and I turn some off and the ones I want show up again, then I'm down with that. In fact, I was actually considering, like, without saying anything, going ahead and like remaking my character and then like advancing us to where we are right now, and then being like, hey, but I want to make, before we restart, I want to test it and see if that's even the case, because it may just be the random thing.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down.
Yeah, well, the first thing to do is to test it. The first thing to do is to retest, is to start one without the random one on, but with all the other ones on that we have on, and see if they show up like normal. And if they don't, then it's like, okay, now I got to figure out how many to turn off.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Let's it fly.
Here's a
And he's
touchdown.
got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Climbing up the
I thought I was gonna lose that playoff game that I played a little bit ago that you tuned in for, where I was playing against another player, and honestly, he's a better player than I am. I just have a better team. But once he gets some of his younger guys that develop up, he's going to be hard to beat. So in the college game, it's, yeah, because like they graduate every 4 or 5 years. For what? Do you have do you have a PS5?
I just think David
should get one.
Predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
Yeah, but having a PC and a console is pretty good. Like, you don't have to have both consoles, but having one is good.
And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is
But
down.
that's the only way you can play the college game with me, because they don't release it for PC.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
With that penalty, they give this offense a little help.
Do what?
Again. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hopefully the new one that comes out in July will make the Dynasty so that they're cross-platform.
Just a simple power play.
So stupid they didn't have that set up for this last year's game.
Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Got the interception.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's a reverse.
What are you guys playing right now?
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal.
Well, that sucks. Why did it go down?
They'll try to get it in with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give
so it stays
them
up as long as his PC's running with it in the background.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Gotcha.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida Atlantic takes over.
I had to actually give in to today and take one of the pain pills because my neck was hurting so bad this morning. I don't like taking the pain pills. I try to avoid it. Like
that was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Like she gave me the only reason I even asked my doctor for pain pills is because it helps my case with the disability. Yeah, like it helps my case with the disabilities if I'm getting prescribed pain, right? But she wrote it back in February, and I think that was the 4th one that I've taken since February.
So they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Yeah, like I don't take it unless it really hurt me.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. Like I'm really afraid right now of what I read in the report from the test on my back. So I mean everything was kind of what I knew what it was, except I didn't know that they found signs of ankylosing spondylitis, which fucking sucks.
Smith dropping the pass.
It's I don't know how to explain it. So I've seen it described by a famous musician that has it as that over time it's like concrete solidifying in your joints.
Reading coverages and finding his open gap.
Yeah, it's really kind of scary.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the
when it's your spine, you kind of do need that.
The Canes get it past the sticks.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker
I'm hoping.
And they understand where I got to get to.
I mean, and then maybe I'm freaking out over nothing. Maybe it's like minor signs of it, and it's not going to progress. Like, but it's just.
Take it in for 6 more points. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop. Don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. Defense has to step up and make plays.
Let's see. How common is ankylosing spondylitis? No, this says this is a relatively rare condition. Let's see. In the United States, estimates suggest it affects about 0.2% to 0.5% of the population, roughly 1 in 200 to 1 in 500 people. Apparently it's largely a genetic thing with the genetic gene HLA-B27.
Do that, so just keep running plays and score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. touchdown.
Not that I've ever been told, but I'll be honest, I'm not super close to a lot of my family. I'm hoping. I've got a appointment with the neurosurgeon on June 7th. I gotta go back down to Ann Arbor and see what he says then.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last.
Trying to avoid doing the back surgery right now. Like I want to get the other stuff I need done first. That way I don't start that 5-year clock on back surgeries, and hopefully by then the technology will be a little bit better. That maybe it'll last longer than 5 years.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Now on second down.
I wish. I need to get back to work. I want to work.
He's looking to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And here's the chance to cut into that lead.
It's crazy too, like all these people, like they don't want to work. Like I want to work and wish that I could, and I can't. Like I would.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive.
Yeah, but that would require you to have a position that doesn't require me to do a lot of physical stuff or stand or anything wrong.
Executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum.
Well, and like as far as monitoring people, like that's the crazy part is like I'm a really good people manager. I've just never done it in a official capacity where I have it on my resume, so like I can't even like apply for those jobs.
Makes the grab down the left side, and he's brought down after a
unofficially, yeah, but not like in a setting that I can put on my resume. Like when I was doing the independent music promotions, when I wasn't associated with a label, I mean I managed my entire team. That was, I had my own graphic designers, videographers, dancers, models, promoters. Like I did everything, but because it wasn't like an official, it wasn't an official business. It was more of just a middleman. I know everybody kind of thing. Not legally. Well, I mean, it wasn't an illegal business, but it wasn't. I didn't actually have a company. It was one of those things where, like, through my contacts that I had in the music industry, I just kind of set myself up. Like, I recruited people that I had worked with to be on my team, and then like whenever. Oh, yeah, I mean, I definitely made money, but it was not legal, not officially. It was. No. So all it was I had all the contacts in the music industry, right? So people would hit me up when they needed a videographer for an event, or they needed promoters and they needed some dancers for an event that night, or they needed whatever, and I had the people that were quote unquote on my team, and I would just set them up with the gigs, and then I would get a cut of it. But it was all cash based. It was all like there was no legal company anything.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more.
I don't know how to explain it, because like in the entertainment industry, it's fucking weird.
And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Because it was all kind of like gig work before gigs were like before gig work was like a thing, because it was just like events.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there.
I mean, social media promotion, managing like YouTubes and stuff. Do what? Not in the way you're asking.
Just a few seconds remaining.
I mean, it was all like the music. I don't know how to explain. It's like it was all just conversations and like.
The give to the tailback, and the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Oh yeah.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin.
Well, like I can put it on there as skills. I just don't have any like verifiable like they can call and check on.
Captivating start to this one. Talk about a first half from
I could do that, but
out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer.
I could do that, but
top plays moments
I'm too honest of a person. Like I can't do it.
Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Yes, but not legally as a company. Kinda.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
Yeah, cause like it was all just like a contact based thing. It's just like I knew the promoters of every club in the Nashville area. A lot of club promoters and owners in the South. I knew a ton of artists. I knew a ton of producers. I knew a ton of like videographers and whatever. And they just got to where they trusted me. They knew that I knew everybody, and they would call me and say, "Hey, I need this, and this. What do you got?" And I would set them up with people I knew, and I was just kind of like the middleman. And like there was never any contracts or anything. It's just if you didn't give me the cut that we agreed on verbally, then I didn't set you up with any more gigs. So no, like everybody just kind of did it without the need of contracts or anything.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what
I don't know, the music. I mean, like the entertainment industry is fucking weird. It's people treat you different, and it's like its own world. It's
percentage completion is based on what type of
because then I started like crossing over into like
offenses are doing such a great job now with
like other areas of entertainment, like some TV actors and some like sports athletes and professional wrestlers and stuff like that. And I started working with a lot of people. It was crazy.
He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
I wish I could explain it better. Like, it's hard to explain if you haven't been involved in it.
Throw it again. They're bringing heat. Pulls it in. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are.
Right.
They work with their quarterback and they find them and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I forgot to sub in my backups. Oops. I mean, I only forgot by like a minute and a half, so it's fine, but... What was that? Oh, are you guys playing D&D today? I don't know. I just saw someone ask that in the server.
All eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
If you want me to join and you're playing, if I sat down, it would take me like 30 minutes, maybe, not even that, to convert the character to it. Well, I gotta knock out these games real quick, but it wouldn't take me long, like, because the character's already there. I just have to like de-level him down to third level, remove any extra.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
Like, you mean like for yeah, but I'm saying, like, you mean like the token on the table to VTT.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through.
So you just need like an artwork for him.
Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Okay, so if you go on my arcade server, I think it was in the general chat, but the other night when we were talking about him, I pulled up the character sheet and the portrait that I was using for the character. Now that is a artwork of an actual like League of Legends character that I didn't know at the time I started using it. But if you wanted to take like that and then like change it enough to be different, the only thing that doesn't show is that, again, the character originally had wings of some kind, like angel-like wings, Azamar stuff. But
there's no end in sight with this.
I can't do shared screen on PlayStation. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm on Discord through the PlayStation. Okay.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
I actually might still have a Hero Forge mini for him. I don't know if I can remember my Hero Forge stuff though. Hold on. Forge. Custom character builder. Okay, would it have been my... Let's see. It was probably my Yahoo. Let's see. I gotta remember how to figure stuff out on Hero Forge. How do I find my... Okay, there we go. Heroes. Oh yeah, okay. Now this was made years ago. So like there's probably new features on Hero Forge that I didn't know of, but do you... Let's see. How do I link it to you from Hero Forge? Okay, look in the Discord DMs. I just sent you a link to it. On Discord is where I sent it. I can send it to Facebook Messenger if you prefer.
Is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
No, and check your DMs on Discord. Well, if you go to your message, if you got Discord on your PC, you just go to your messages, and it'll go to our combo, and it's in there.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up.
Running toward the tape.
Wow.
He's at the 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and
I mean,
away from the
I can.
crowd.
That's how I had him built years ago when I played him in the Discord server. But I mean, I can change him. Like I said, I don't have to have wings.
Into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles.
I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. But if you have ideas and want to edit it, you can.
What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Like I said, I'm sure there's a bunch of new tools that have been introduced on Hero Forge since I made him. So.
Smashes it through for the PAT. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator.
Doesn't bother
One
me.
play, big chunk
I
yardage.
am
quick points
open
on
to
the board,
creative
just
ideas.
like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Here comes the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Pretty open. Yeah, I'm trying to get through these
They'll
games.
throw it on first down.
Technically, I can
on the
technically
outside.
push the
And the completion gives
other
him a
games
fresh
off,
set
I
of downs
think,
and
but
keeps
not
this
the
drive
advanced
moving.
league. Well, no.
Plays like that
This one that
with
I'm
just
playing
a
is the
second of
24-hour league.
hesitation in
The other one are
defense to make
48-hour
and they're able to
leagues,
take
and
advantage here.
I'm pretty sure.
Great timing with this
Yeah,
ball,
these
right?
don't
Like, you can't
advance
call
until
this play all the
these
time.
other two
You wanna
don't
catch them
advance
when
until
they're a little
tomorrow
bit
night at
aggressive,
midnight.
not thinking about it.
So like
Nice
I
job
could
slipping the screen
play
behind
these
him,
other
making
games
an easy
tomorrow.
catch,
Like
and then
I
getting
can
downfield, picking up some extra
be free
yards.
after this game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
quarterback right now
I
is
have
in
fun
groove,
doing
and
it.
he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He gets the job done on
Well, I
third
mean,
down.
it doesn't bother me. I probably will be
It's at the 37.
hesitant in role playing until I get to
Quarterback
know people.
making adjustments with his receivers.
But this character's kind of a quiet type anyway, so he doesn't talk a lot to
He's
begin
going
with.
to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, K. And the stomping has commenced. I mean, the way
One
this
little
team has
fun quirk with this
dominated
character
game,
that's
impressive
built
to
into
say the
the
least.
Feywander Ranger class is that it's like a effect of him being touched by the Fey. His shadow moves on its own unless he's looking at it. Like if he looks directly at his shadow, then it doesn't move. Yes, so you as the DM can have fun with the shadow doing things.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Do what?
The returner will be dragged down. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. There's certainly still a
not by the rule in the book, but you're the DM, so you can decide it can do all kinds of things if you want it to.
Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how
it's just a little quirk that that's written into the FAU Wanderer subclass for Rangers.
I'm comfortable with it, Jesse. This offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that. All right, you're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
It's first down.
I think I'm trying to remember what his backstory was, because I made it with a friend of mine who 2 of our characters had retired and they'd been like in a relationship together. So like we made their kids, which they were twins. It was a boy and a girl. They were twins, and effectively they got lost and ended up accidentally plane shifting into the Feywild. And it took like I don't remember, it was like 7 years I think for them to find their way out of the Feywild, and that's why he's touched that's storyline reason to explain why he took the Fey Wanderer Ranger.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Weir.
Oh shit! I still need to unmute him from last night, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it from my PlayStation. Let's see if it'll let me. I've never tried to mute or unmute someone from my PlayStation. Oh hey, I can unmute from this. Okay. Cool, you're unmuted now. Sorry, I didn't know I could do that from the PlayStation. Yeah, I mean if you want me to join the game, what did you use for stats? Did you use point by or rolling? What Okay. What was was it just the base point by, or did you use a different total?
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and
Gotcha.
they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down.
Is the campaign set in Forgotten Realms or in Kryn, or like what setting? Is it a homebrew setting? Or?
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass,
do you have, so technically with him having the level in Undead Warlock, he needs a patron that is some form of undead or undead-ish deity. Do you have one that you want me to use for storyline purposes, since I don't know any of them? Well, I mean, I don't know what patron-like undead would be in your setting if it's a homebrew setting.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
I mean, I'm pretty open to it. If it's someone that's like got a hand in your storyline that you want to use, that you think it would make sense, I'm open to whoever it is. The idea for it was that he had to make a pact at some point but eventually he wants to try to break the pact or get out of it, and if he has to like kill the undead, whatever, then he will, or if it's a god, just to find a way out of it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
With jet sweep pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
The expressway is wide open. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody block.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued.
Or if it's starving.
That'll
Or if it's
give them a
starving.
little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the
Right, they're
touchdown.
mindless. So.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job.
Yeah, unless they're being controlled by some
They put a stop to that
other
return at the
force.
22. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
I would have just called it Rob Zombie.
Back to throw. It's Weir. Snags it over the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first
Choose a
down.
name, and if I like it, that'll
First down,
determine
the
if it
drag
lives or
route.
dies.
Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return.
Well, and the undead warlock's patron doesn't have to be a god. It can be a god of undead, but it could literally be like a demigod lieutenant, or just like a powerful lich that is loyal to the god, but the warlock actually gets their power from the lich or something. Like, it doesn't have to be a god. It can be a god, but it doesn't have to be.
Positive plays, positive yards, hand the football off.
It's whatever. I'm open to whatever fits your storyline. Like, I try to leave parts of my characters' backgrounds and stuff like open for DM manipulation to help and tie it into the story.
You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, in that case, this character is on the, is heavily, and I don't expect to get it any time until like we're higher level. But there's not very many magic bows. There was a specific one that did that fit the character build. That I forget which one it was. It's probably on the character sheet right now. Shit, I don't have D&D on this on my phone. I have to check it on my computer here in a second when I get done with this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
But effectively, it deals. It's a bow that deals psychic damage.
Took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Because like the reason I went after it for this character was because, like I said, there's not many magic bows anyway. But he already has a thing that adds psychic damage because of the FAU Wanderer Ranger thing, and it just I don't know, fit the character, I guess.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Weir. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's going to go down.
You're just asking to do it for like flavor, right? Flavor.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job. I
have never heard the
skeleton. Their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.